I'm so honored and humbled to receive the Vendor Teaching Award after being nominated by my students, knowing that there are distinguished, amazing teachers in the university.
I work with many amazing faculty and students, and to know that they saw important things happening in my class, that really meant a lot to me.
It's pretty much the best reward that I could receive for the work that I do. I mean, I'm here to do this for my students. I love my job because I love working with students. And so knowing that they received it and they see it and they feel it back it's the best thing.
This semester, I'm teaching my 100th course. The experience here at George Washington has really been extraordinary. I love the students. I'm excited about what I'm teaching. I'm always trying new things. I feel like I'm growing as a professor, and the Bender Award rewards that, so I'm very grateful.
What I think is the most energizing in doing this work of teaching and working with students is that individual connection. We can do the lessons, we have discussions in class, and that's really wonderful. Having those one-on-one moments where I get to sit down with them, look at their work and their performance in school and just their lives in general as it relates, that's just amazing because I get to show them that they're seen and work with them to really support them so that they can continue to succeed and do even better than they have been.
It's very important that students take ownership for their learning, and one of the best ways that I found to do this is through ongoing course projects. So students work in teams and they identify a problem or an opportunity that they want to tackle for the semester. They come up with a plan and they carry out that plan, and then they present their results to their peers and a public audience. And so I can really see over the semester how they become more and more invested in that work and they really take ownership for the project.
I believe that students today are well versed in critical thinking or are getting it in other classes. What's really important to me is that they are able to synthesize information, synthesize various sources, and create. And so I believe that the future rests in our developing students' capacities for creativity, for innovation, and particularly for imagination. The way I do that is through the subject matter that I teach, the ancient Greeks, the most innovative, creative people who've ever lived. And I create opportunities for the students to make discoveries, authentic discoveries, and see things no one else has ever seen.
Specifically because I teach writing and I'm teaching students how to do academic research type writing, and my class specifically talks about Latinx identities and stereotypes. So I'm really setting up for them how to think about identity generally and about themselves. We start the semester with them writing a memoir, and I think that's a key part of the semester because it gives them a chance to really explore themselves and who they are before they can start to talk about the other things they want to talk about.
Over the years, I've grown in my empathy for my students. They come in tired. They had a fight with their boyfriend last night, or they're about to go to work or their internship after class. And what I need to do is calm them down. In the first 5 minutes, do not give a quiz. Do not make them anxious. Let them relax, and I review a little bit. I help them remember the last class session, and they're nodding and saying, I know something inside there. And then we can launch in. I lecture sometimes for about 20, 30 minutes. We have small group exercises. And what I find is that by about the midpoint, they've let go of all of that noise. Then I'm able to impart a kind of enthusiasm for learning. I model it, I help them feel it, and by the end, there's a kind of gaiety and joy, and they feel lighter leaving. And that is my goal every time. I think that enables learning.
I use team-based learning in this pedagogical approach. You form the students in teams, and each student in the team has an active role that increases the interaction between the students and the teacher, and also between the students themselves.
For me, no matter what course I teach, it's really important that I help students become better learners. And so I think about, for every concept that we're addressing in class, how can we use this concept to learn to ask better questions, or to learn to think more critically, or to learn to take intellectual risks. And so for me, it's really about their preparation for future learning, and that's a lot to do with how we approach the topics as much as which topics we focus on.